This is gonna change everything for Bitcoin, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video, welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi, Bitcoin original, guys. Yes, in today's video, amazing news, epic news that's gonna change a lot of things for Bitcoin. Diving into the charts to show you what I think that will happen with Bitcoin because of that news, and of course an inspirational quote at the end. Quick, beautiful video here walking and talking on the beach in Phuket. Amazing waves, guys. Beautiful, beautiful beach to be here and living this life. Now, let's jump into the news that I think that it really is epic. Bam! The epic news for today, guys, is that tomorrow is the White House Crypto Summit. And that White House Crypto Summit just showed us a list of people that will be there, attendees. This is an epic list, guys. It's a huge list with a lot of Bitcoin entrepreneurs that really understand Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well. A couple of them, I must say, are really Bitcoin maximalists. Like, for example, we have MicroStrategy Michael Saylor coming. We have, for example, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase coming. Both people are saying, just use Bitcoin. The whole list, I really need to check my telephone for that, guys, so give me a second. So we have Donald Trump, of course, yes, that's the White House. We have Bo Hines, also from the White House. We have David Sachs, also from the White House. Then we have Brett Garlinghouse. Yeah, that one is the one from the currency that will make you cripple. Then we have Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy. We have Paolo Ardiono, that's from Tether. Then we have Kyle Samani from Multicoin Capital. We have Kathy Wood, of course, of ARK Investment. Charles Hoskinson from Cardano Foundation, of course. Anatoly Yakovenko from Solana Foundation. We have Vitalik Buterin, of course, from Ethereum. Nat Eliasson from Ondo. I don't even know what Ondo is, to be very honest. Mark Anderson is from Avax Near. Then we have Paul Atkins, the SEC chair, of course. Brian Armstrong, Coinbase. And then CZ, of course, of Binance. That is a group of really interesting people together at the White House Summit, guys. Now, my favorites, of course, for the summit will probably be MicroStrategy Michael Saylor, because he showed why Bitcoin should be a strategic reserve capital, not only for his company, but also for other companies. Of course, CZ, also very strange person on the list, as he was in a couple of lawsuits in the United States. Maybe that's solved now as well. Brian Armstrong, Coinbase, is a pro-maxi when it comes to Bitcoin as strategic reserve. So it's a group of people that will meet on the 7th, that is tomorrow, with President Trump. And they are going to talk about a strategic Bitcoin / cryptocurrency reserve. Now, in my honest opinion, there is only one currency on this whole list that can be a strategic reserve, and that's Bitcoin. Because that one is completely decentralized, it hasn't been pre-mined, we are still mining Bitcoins, there were no giveaways, there were no handouts. It's the only fair distributed currency that has existed for the longest and has never seen any downtime. There is only one that you can compare to the physical gold in this digital world, and that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the digital gold of the 21st century. So in my honest opinion, Bitcoin should be the one and only strategic reserve. That doesn't mean that I don't think that the United States should also invest in other cryptocurrencies. But a strategic reserve should be only Bitcoin. Now the rest, a portfolio of investments by the United States, of course, that should include Solana. Of course, that should include maybe even USDT. Of course, that should include maybe even Cardano or Chainlink or Sui or any other currency. There's a shitload of currencies that have been made in the United States, as you can see on this chart. These currencies all have been made in the United States. These can all be included in their investment portfolio. But when we're talking strategic reserve of the United States, that needs to be comparable with gold, for example, then Bitcoin is the only one that can do that, guys. Believe me, Bitcoin is the king. Now, the important part of this news is now, what is this going to do to the price? Will this again be a buy the rumor, sell the news event? Or will this be an event that will show us the first 20K candle in the next couple of weeks? Let's dive into the charts now to show you what I expect that's going to happen to the Bitcoin price between now and the end of this weekend. Bam! Yes, back home, beautiful cup of coffee, because guys, in Bitcoin we trust. And yes, you need a Bitcoin spoon to trust Bitcoin. Guys, let's jump into the first chart here. This first chart is a beautiful 4-hour chart. Mostly I start with a 4-hour chart. It gives me a beautiful overview on like short term, mid term. What I do like about this chart is that it's following exactly what I said that it would do. Look, I drew these green lines. You were all witness of this in the last couple of videos a couple of days ago. And I said to you guys, we're gonna go touch this blue line, bounce off. We walk into the first green line of resistance, then the second line of resistance, that's at 91,500-ish. You can see this is resistance. We wicked to it, but we didn't break it yet. We have 53 more minutes to break it. If we break it, the next resistance is going to be here at 94K. That will be the next target, guys. But we first need to break this resistance. So this one over there needs to be broken. If we break that, we go higher. If we break that, we go certainly to the level of 100K, then fall back to that first, second line, or even to that blue line again. That is how Bitcoin works. Now, hopefully we will go here, create a higher high, and hopefully the higher low will be then here at 90K, and hopefully then we can go to the 120K. But, you know, it is Bitcoin. I want to remind you that this candle over here a couple of days ago, there was a couple of day candles, was a 10K day candle. Maybe if I can switch to the day chart, I can show you this. Look at this purple candle over here. This candle, if you look on the top to the numbers, you can see that the low was 85K and the high was 95K. This is a 10K candle. If we would create from this moment two 10K candles, that would be 20K up, that would be 110,000 US dollar. We have done this 10K candle a couple of days ago, and I do believe that we can do a couple of more of them in the upcoming weeks, guys. The more bullish the news will be from tomorrow's White House Bitcoin conference, however you want to call it, if that is going to be very bullish, then yes, believe me, we can see a couple of 10K candles going up to 120K even in the next weekend, if that news is really bullish. But let's see. Sometimes it's also buy the rumor, sell the news. Hopefully we will first break this level over there, guys. Now, other charts, yes, I have some couple of other amazing charts. This is the first chart, guys. This chart shows you that at the moment, indeed, the global money supply is increasing tremendously. Look how big of a blast off. Here, this last line is almost vertical up. A shitload of money is added to the economy. Bitcoin has done its correction as it should have been doing its correction. The S&P 500 has done its correction. This will now change again. This chart is telling us that around 25th of March, the Bitcoin cycle will turn around and will go massively up again to higher highs, guys. Of course, if we drop to this yellow line, we could even drop to 70K. I don't see that happening. I can see 75K. That could be a drop, like 75K one more time to go to, you know, liquidate a shitload of people and to close that CME gap fully. But at the moment, if tomorrow the news is very bullish, forget this. Then just see Bitcoin doing this up to that 112K level over there, guys. Now, next chart, this one. This one shows you why Bitcoin is better than gold and why Bitcoin is better than the S&P 500. Because if you look at this chart, you can see clearly that Bitcoin is outperforming all of them. Of course, gold is also doing very well, guys. Look at this, 36%, 58%, 46%. It's doing better than the S&P 500. But let's be very honest. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. This one is outperforming both of them. Why would you even be in physical gold or in the S&P 500 if you know that Bitcoin is outperforming all of them? Some years even 2,000%, some years 800%, 800%, 80%, 134%, 300%. Like the worst year, like 80%, is almost higher than all the other years of all the other assets. So please understand, Bitcoin is outperforming gold and the S&P 500. You should hedge your capital in Bitcoin, not in those others. Bitcoin, the king of crypto, the gold of the 21st century, this is your store of value. Bitcoin, not those others. Now, any other charts? Yes, this one, because you want to know what I expect now next. And I found this chart on Twitter and I really liked this chart. Why did I like the chart? Yeah, I think you can understand why I like the chart, because the chart is going up. The Scalping Pro is the one that created this chart. This chart is very important, guys. We always believe in the Wall Street cheat sheet. Now this Wall Street cheat sheet, that one, gives an indication where we are in a certain market cycle, and you can use this one in every time frame, guys. Now if we look to this chart now, then in my opinion, this dump that we just saw is this last part. That last part of, are we really gonna go into this bull market, or was this already the top? I believe we are there. We had anger, we had depression, we had disbelief, we had hope. We all became very optimistic. You know, when we broke the all-time high, we were really optimistic. We went up because of that optimism. We are going sideways and dumping a little bit, because now this is this phase of sideways where everyone has been shaking out that has weak hands. From this moment, the true hodlers will see a beautiful belief, thrill, and euphoria phase. This is going to be really high to 320K. Again, you know my target. My target is over there, 160K. And that's just a very small run to there. If we have really bullish news, we could extend to 250K. Yes, I understand. But for me, it's not about these numbers there. For me, it's about the phase where we are. And in my opinion, the phase is over there. That part of the bull cycle. And we are gonna have this all the way till September 2025. So it will take another couple of months before we arrive at this area. So understand this, that it is a couple of months. This is not gonna take 1 week or 2 weeks. This is gonna take all the way to Q4 of 2025, guys. That were the charts for today. I hope you really enjoyed those charts, guys. Yes, short term, I expect indeed volatility, because this is a huge event. And when the news of this event comes out, there will be a lot of people selling because they are not happy, but there's also a lot of people that will even load up more Bitcoins because they will be happy. And selling, I'm not talking about Bitcoin, of course. Selling, I'm talking about, let's say that the United States says, yeah, it will be only a strategic reserve capital with Bitcoin. And a lot of people will be dumping their Ethereum, Solana, you know, all those other currencies, and probably buying Bitcoin for them. So that will give a huge push to Bitcoin. On the other hand, when they announce, hey, it will be a strategic reserve capital of a cryptocurrency group, like a Bitcoin will be leading, then still people will buy a shitload of Bitcoin, but there will be less buying pressure because people will also hodl the Ethereum, Solana, and other currencies, guys. Now, for me, it's very simple. Short term, I expect a shitload of volatility in this weekend. Long term, we can see this shift now. The shift from retail investors, you, me, and all the other people already started buying Bitcoins like in 2013, 2014, the real OGs, the original gangsters. Yes, we can see the shift from there into now industries, and those industries are now adapting Bitcoin. Companies are adapting Bitcoin. And now the last part of that shift, guys, the last part of that shift is the shift to governments and countries. And that is exactly where we are at the moment. Just understand that we are seeing a crypto summit in the White House. A crypto summit in the White House, guys. Yes, that is like something we couldn't even dream of in the last couple of years. And now it's there. It's just there. And this is gonna happen not only in the United States, it's gonna happen all over the world. This is going to happen in Switzerland, this is going to happen in Germany, this is going to happen in the Netherlands, this is going to happen in the UK, this is going to happen in China, Russia, India, Indonesia, Thailand. All countries will have these summits now where they invite great minds from this industry to discuss the possibility of a reserve capital in cryptocurrency, guys. For me, Bitcoin will be leading. My bet is still massively Bitcoin. 70% of our capital is in Bitcoin. The rest, I play around, yes. I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist when it comes to investing. I invest also in altcoins. I am a Bitcoin maximalist when it comes to replacing the monetary system. That can only Bitcoin do. Now, let's jump into the inspirational quote. Bam! The inspirational quote for today, guys, it has to do with the sea. Yes, something with the sea and the wind. The pessimist is always complaining about the wind. The optimist always expects it to change. The leader will adjust his sails. That is the quote for today. Which version are you? Are you the pessimist that is always complaining about everything? Or are you the optimist that always sees the possibility of change? Or are you the leader that will grab life by the balls, adjust its sails, and beautiful go with the flow? That is the difference between a lot of people. A lot of people are in the pessimist category. They are the naysayers. They are the people that always say, no, impossible, impossible, impossible. They don't understand that the word impossible is created out of I am possible. Everything is possible. But the pessimist is the 80% of the people, guys. 80% of the people are always negative. If you surround yourself with a lot of pessimists, you will turn negative as well. It is just something how life works. Pessimists don't have any beautiful life. If you're an optimist, you might have a way better life. You look to the possibilities, you look to the future, you look to everything is possible in life. Everything could change in life, which is very beautiful, because if you're an optimist, your life will change very quickly into a life that will attract more optimist people. And with more optimist people around you, you will feel even more optimistic. And if you feel more optimistic, you will eventually maybe even become a leader. Because a leader doesn't give a fuck about good or bad. It will just adjust the sails into the direction that it is necessary for him to lead a beautiful company or to lead a beautiful life. That is how life should be lived. You can't always be negative or positive. There's always a direction you can move towards. That is how life should be lived. Don't be too negative. Yes, be positive. Also be realistic. And also adjust your sails so that you will be able to move forward in the direction that you want to move. If you swim into the waves, it will be a tough swim, guys. You will be having issues. It will be heavy. It will be very difficult. If you swim with the waves, that will be way more easy. That's very simple. You don't need to struggle as much. And if those waves goes in all directions, you choose the wave that you want to surf. You surf the wave that you want to surf. You live the life that you want to live. Don't live life as a pessimist. Yes, you can be a realist, but live life like an optimist, and please become a leader and adjust your sails towards that direction that you want to be flowing, or even better said, that life wants you to flow. Because that huge universum, that huge bulk of energy will give you directions, will give you a gut feeling, will force you in a certain direction. You just need to embrace that direction. Don't complain about the direction. See it as a very beautiful opportunity. Go with the flow, adjust your sails to that direction, and you will see how beautiful life can be. It is just that, guys. That was everything for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news? What do you think that the outcome is of this crypto summit? Do we think that the price is going to go up, or do you think that the price is going to go down? What do you think about the charts that I just showed you, and what do you think about the pessimist, the optimist, or the leader? Which version of you? Please comment down below, guys. Thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing day. It is Thursday today, yes. So tomorrow, Friday, I will be doing live again. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you tomorrow. Bam.